Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. The Miami Hurricanes continue to get it done on the recruiting trail, landing another really intriguing prospect in the 2024 class, and that is Booker Pickett Jr. from Tampa, Florida. And I'll tell you what, he's one of my favorite prospects in this 2024 class, and it's not because he has got insane measurables or has a crazy 100-meter dash time speed. This is a guy that's one of my favorites because he's actually put it on the football field in terms of production. You take a look at what he's done at the high school level, insane numbers through his first 3 years of high school football. 60 total sacks, 30 of those sacks coming as a junior in high school. It's a guy that, again, very freakish athletic traits, but he has put those traits on the football field. And you know what you're getting when Booker Pickett Jr. steps onto campus at Miami. Jason Taylor, Mario Cristobal, and the staff doing a really nice job, especially on that defensive line. Now, before we get into Booker Pickett Jr., just want to say thank you to you guys. The support y'all have shown, especially the Miami Hurricane fans, on the recruiting trail. You guys know I love talking these prospects and kind of breaking them down. The support, it's been absolutely awesome. So if you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. More importantly, for Miami fans, we'll talk later on about a few other top targets that could be coming off the board to the Miami Hurricanes this weekend a little later. But let's start with Booker Pickett Jr. first. And again, you have to love what Mario Cristobal and the staff are doing on the defensive line, right? You take a look back at the 2023 class, Ruben Bain, Jaden Wayne, two guys that are going to be great. Ruben Bain, already just an elite player for the Hurricanes. You talk about getting those foundational pieces in the recruiting classes. It looks like they hit on a lot of guys in that 2023 class. Ruben Bain, Francis Mauigoa, Mark Fletcher, a lot of true freshmen stepping up for the Canes. Then you look to the 2024 class, more of the same, really going after that defensive line. Artavius Jones, Marquise Lightfoot, Booker Pickett Jr. now adding to that. Elias Rudolph also in this class. Mario Cristobal has kind of identified he wants to beef up the talent on that defensive line, and he's certainly doing that. And then you look to the 2025 class, Armando Blunt, the number one defensive lineman in the 2025 class, the talent on the defensive line. I think you can say Jason Taylor playing a massive role in this, really trending in the right direction for the Canes. Now, talking Booker Pickett Jr. specifically, this is a guy that he wins with the twitchiness, right? I mean, his first step off the line of scrimmage is devastating to offensive tackles. They just simply can't really keep up. But secondly, I mean, you can tell this is a guy that his dad played defensive line for the Canes in the 1990s. You can tell he's been coached on how to get after the passer in terms of technique and using his hands because he's twitchy. He uses his hands the right way. And you combine those two things, that's how you get those 60-plus sacks in a high school career. This is a guy that knows how to get after the passer, is an expert at getting after the passer. Want to jump into the film, though, because, again, one of the more fun, like, just watching the highlights, you see this guy and just the elite twitch that he has off the line of scrimmage, working on that edge, and just twitched up, offensive tackle, doesn't even have a chance at really getting his hands on him. Elite spin move on the inside. Coming off the edge again, you're going to see him win multiple different ways, right? Using his hands, a little swim move here. That's definitely a hold. Fighting off the block, making a tackle. This next rep, this is the best, right? You talk about first step quickness, being able to time those snaps. I mean, this is at its best. This offensive tackle, not a chance at getting out of the stance and getting Booker Pickett Jr. Really good bend around the edge, works through the running back, makes a play. Not only is he beating offensive tackles, he knows how to finish these pass rushes too, which is something we talked about with the Hurricanes, creating a lot of havoc. Can you make those plays behind the line of scrimmage? Booker Pickett Jr. with the 60-plus sacks in his high school career certainly can do that. Again, winning multitude of different ways, plays the read option extremely well. One way to just do it, blow it up in the backfield. Could watch the film on this guy all day. Don't put a tight end on a block. That doesn't seem like a good move. Again, the guys trying to block him, they really struggle to just get hands on Booker Pickett Jr. Block destruction, bending around and making a play. He's forcing the run support as well. Now, getting to this Miami class in 2024, again, kind of a slow burn. For some of these programs, they had a lot of hot and kind of momentum in the summer. The Miami Hurricanes did get hot, but they're continuing to just build this class. 23, 24 commitments now, adding Booker Pickett Jr. I want to specifically look at the defensive line. You got Marquise Lightfoot from Chicago. This is a guy that the Hurricanes came in late for. Kind of was an Ohio State dude. Miami comes in late, top 60 player, one of the best edge rushers in this class, going down to another guy that I absolutely love. Two guys, really. Artavius Jones from Bluntstown, Florida, another guy, 6'3", 280, can play inside, kind of a force, fire hydrant kind of body. And then another dude kind of similar to Booker Pickett Jr. and Elias Rudolph. And what's most exciting about Booker Pickett Jr., Elias Rudolph, is the ceiling is so high. Like, you see the athleticism, you see the ability to get off the line of scrimmage and have that special burst. What happens when you put on 25 pounds the right way with these guys? When they're sitting at 230, 240 pounds and still have that twitch and athleticism, that's when you're talking like real special edge rushers who are able to get after the quarterback, get sacks. You're seeing it really pay dividends with all the edge rushers that Miami has right now. That defense playing at a high level, Ruben Bain especially. Now, for Miami, it's no secret Mario Cristobal wants to go after defensive linemen. Colin Simmons, Justin Scott, you missed out on some of those guys. Want to know a prospect who's committing this Saturday, who it really hard to get a read on, and we talked about him with Florida State too. LJ McCray, the guy that, I mean, you talk about who's in on him. Georgia, Florida State, the Florida Gators, Auburn Tigers, and the Miami Hurricanes. That's his top five. He's committing this Saturday. It's a guy that number 6 national player, according to 24/7 Sports, the number 2 defensive lineman. No crystal balls in on him. It sounds like Florida State and Florida, kind of the two schools that are the contenders. But we've seen this before from Mario Cristobal and this Miami staff. Like, coming in late and really making it interesting. If I'm a Hurricane fan, I'm keeping my eyes on LJ McCray this Saturday, potentially becoming a Hurricane. And you've seen Mario Cristobal and the staff really prioritizing playmakers on the defensive line, right? You have guys like Marquise Lightfoot, Artavius Jones, Booker Pickett Jr. in this class. They will turn it up for LJ McCray. I think they missed out on Colin Simmons, missed out on Justin Scott, two of the crown jewels of this class. LJ McCray is probably the last one that they're really going to be pushing for. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Hurricanes come in late and get this one done. Again, that's kind of been Mario Cristobal and this Hurricane staff MO. Keep an eye out for LJ McCray. Booker Pickett Jr., a massive get for the Canes. We'll wrap it up there. Again, appreciate you guys rocking with the boys. The Miami fans, you guys have always shown just a ton of love. Can't thank you guys enough. So if you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll talk to y'all later.